Welcome to Rockstar Productions, where in this video we are going to unbox and test out the Hyper Blaster HD, which promises to allow us to play Duck Hunt on modern flat panel TVs. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here from Rockstar Productions. Now, if this is your first time here to the channel, I just want to take a quick second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here today with the Hyper Blaster HD. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel, including our Hyperkin playlist. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and let me know what's your favorite light gun game of all time down in the comments. Doesn't have to be necessarily for the NES, just in general. What's your favorite light gun game? So at CES 2019, Hyperkin announced this here, the Hyper Blaster HD, and it promised to allow you to play light gun games on flat panel TVs. Now, back in the day with CRTs, this wasn't an issue because of the way that this gun worked, or the original Zapper worked with a CRT TV. Doesn't work the same with the flat panel. So that's where Hyperkin went to work to develop something that works with Duck Hunt. Now, it only works with Duck Hunt at this time. I know they're working on trying to get it working with other games. Who knows if there's going to be a firmware patch or something like that. But we are going to take this, throw it on the bench, we are going to test it out. And we are going to test it out not only with the original NES, but the Retron 2 HD. We've got the Retron 5 here. I've got my top loader here. And I even have the 8-bit boy. We're going to throw a couple different things at it. So let's hit the bench, see how it comes out of the box. So here we have the box itself, and you have the blue looking Hyper Blaster. Now, play Duck Hunt for the first time ever on an HD TV. Not exactly true, because there was a Wii version of Duck Hunt that you could play on an HD TV on the Wii. So, but I get what they're saying. It's the first time you can play the cartridge version for the NES Hyper Blaster HD for Duck Hunt, compatible with the NES. On the bottom here, accuracy, easy setup, 10-foot cable, includes Hyper Blaster HD adapter to allow HD TV compatibility. So, I mean, this is what's really doing all the legwork for us here, is this adapter. On the back, holy cow, there's a lot of copy here. The time has finally come. The Hyper Blaster for Duck Hunt is compatible with NES. Insert your Duck Hunt for NES cartridge into the special Hyper Blaster HD adapter, then pop it into your original top loader console or compatible top loader system. Not compatible with the Retron 5. Oh, okay, good to know. Plug the Hyper Blaster HD light gun into player 2 port and standard controller into player 1 port. You are ready to hunt. Note, compatible with Duck Hunt for NES and cartridges featuring Duck Hunt for NES. Functionality may vary depending on the cartridge. Interesting. Well, that's a bummer that it doesn't work with the Retron 5. I would have figured that they would have had it working with that, but since that actually dumps the ROM, I can kind of sort of understand that. Oh, damn it, I ripped the box. So, one set of instructions. The cartridge adapter, which, I mean, honestly, this looks just like a 60 to 72 pin adapter to me. And it does have its own separate, the Hyper Blaster. Trigger's just okay. I kind of wish it had a more definitive, like that hard click of the actual zapper. It's okay. There's a switch underneath here too. We'll find out what that's for. There's your sights and everything to be able to get sighted in. And that 10-foot long cable. But now we need to check the manual on this, because this seems far too simple. Setting up your Hyper Blaster HD. It's compatible with Duck Hunt for the NES and cartridge featuring Duck Hunt for NES while played on an HD TV. Functionality may vary. To set up your adapter, insert your cartridge into the cartridge pin connector, which is located on the top of the adapter. The cartridge label should be facing the same direction as the Hyperkin logo for the adapter. Okay? Insert the adapter and cartridge into the cartridge slot of your console. Currently, the adapter is only compatible with the NES 101 top loader. We'll just see about that. Consoles, as well as as compatible front loader consoles. The label of your cartridge should be facing the front of your console. To set up, insert your Hyperkin Blaster's plug for the NES. Okay, so plug into player 2, connect controller to player 1. That's all pretty normal. Configuring the sensitivity switch. The Hyper Blaster HD features a sensitivity switch which allows you to change the sensitivity of your gun in different room environments. With the gun oriented with stock on the right hand side and the front side on the left hand side, the switch setting is as follows. Middle, medium sensitivity for even lighted rooms with modern TVs. Left, high sensitivity for darker rooms or older HD TVs. And right, low sensitivity for brightly lit rooms or even outdoor settings. Once you've set up the Hyper Blaster HD and Hyper Blaster adapter, you can now power on your console. You will see a black screen. Press reset on your console. The game will now start. Adjusting the delay, you can manually adjust the delay at the title screen by pressing up or down on the gamepad connected to player 1. Up increases the delay, which is represented in milliseconds. Down decreases it for larger TVs. You may need to adjust the delay to above 7 milliseconds. Smaller TVs operate best with the delay below 7 milliseconds. You can also adjust the delay in-game by pressing the start and pausing. From there, you can press up or down on the gamepad connected to player 1 to adjust the delay. Make sure you are standing in the correct distance from your shooting area to your TV. In most cases, standing 3 to 4 feet from your TV is recommended. For TVs 32 to 42 inch in size, stand 4 to 5 feet from your TV. For 42 to 55, stand 5 to 6 feet away, and obviously further away for larger TVs than that. Getting the best experience from your Hyper Blaster HD may require several adjustments to sensitivity switch, delay, and shooting distance. Record these settings for future use or when changing playing environments. And other than that, just have the instructions in different languages. So one of the things I want to do before we really get started is I just want to test the fitment of the cartridge. And I mean, it's not super tight. It does wobble around quite a bit, so that's something to be noted. The other thing I'm going to do too, and it may not work, is I have my 60 to 72 pin adapter here. So we're going to plug that into there, and then, this is so dumb, but I'm still going to try it. And then there is my copy of Duck Hunt for the Famicom. So we'll kind of try a Tower of Power situation and see how it works. So let's get started. So I've now got the Retron 2 HD all hooked up. Let's turn it on. Lights on. Give it a second to go through the system. Oh, here we go. Kind of, sort of. Wow, why is it glitching like that? That is not good. You know what we're gonna do? So we're gonna clean all the contacts real quick and just make sure everything is working as it should, because, I mean, realistically, that should not be happening. Here you can see the ROM loads just fine going straight into the system. And for this, I'm just using my 1-Up system cleaner. Still getting that glitchiness going on. That is not good. This actually looks like it loaded just fine though. Delay 5 seconds, 6. Set it to 8, or to 7 I mean. And we're gonna try it and see what happens. I have no idea what just happened there. Well, I got one, but it shot well after I pulled the trigger. Oh, that's not good. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna hit the reset button. I'm gonna turn off my studio lights in here, and I'm gonna turn up the brightness on the TV. We're gonna see if that makes a difference. Okay, we're gonna do 1 duck. What gives with, okay, we're going to adjust the sensitivity now, because they're ready to shooting and I didn't even shoot. So now I'm going to move it to the middle position. You know, I'm going to leave the delay at 5 and see what that does. It's still not registering hits. And there I didn't even pull the trigger. Let's try it one last time. I'm going to adjust it to the most sensitive setting, which is closest to the trigger. So I now have the gun set to the most sensitive setting. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing. So let's try it on the NES top loader. And I am going to, again, I'll keep the light on for a second and see if it works. I'm still on the most sensitive setting here on the gun. Hey now. Got it. Got him again. This is actually working. Although it seems for some reason why the first shot's just not taking. All right, I thought I had him there. Got him. Okay, this is working a lot better than the Retron 2 HD was. Okay, now that I have this working, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to try the Famicom adapter again. So I've got the Famicom version plugged in. I'm going to hit the reset button. Nothing. Okay, so the Famicom adapter, no matter what, it's not going to work. So next up, I've got two NES front loaders here, and the difference between the two of them, the one on the bottom, it's unmodified. It's the original system. The top one has a blinking light win in it, and that's the one we're going to try out first. Now, the concern that I have is whether or not this is going to release from the blinking light win without me needing to reach in there with a pliers. I am a little bit concerned with that. All right, so now I have my front loader set up with the blinking light win. It loaded the game, and I actually had to use a wired controller because the wireless dongle will not work with this system. We're going to try it out. As my system is. Wow, that was spot on. So was that one. Okay, this is working amazingly well. Now I'm going through the component video cables into my RetroTink 2X, and this is like amazingly spot on. All right, this is so accurate, I have to shoot off screen just to make sure. Okay, it's overly accurate. So I'm gonna shoot way over here. I can't miss. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to decrease the sensitivity, reset this. So we're gonna power cycle. We're gonna turn that off there. All right, so I now have the switch set all the way towards the barrel. We're gonna see what we have. Okay, same thing, dead shot. I shoot straight down. So you can see the barrel's down. Yeah, now this is like hitting everything. I'm gonna shoot towards the camera. Come on! It's one extreme or the other. Now, unfortunately, with the standard front loader, it doesn't read the cartridge at all. It's not making enough contact with the pins. Now, I know I was kind of hoping it would be like the Game Genie where it would still work even though it didn't push down. Doesn't work at all. We're gonna try it one last time on the 8-bit boy, see what happens. So here we have the Gamerstech 8-bit boy. I'm outputting via HDMI to my TV, and it's kind of doing that same glitchy thing that the Retron 2 HD was doing. Let's see if we can have it work. I've actually got the speakers on the 8-bit boy turned on too, so it's coming out of both. Nothing there. Does not work with the 8-bit boy at all. Let's try it on the screen. I mean, what the heck, why not? Yeah, not recognizing, doesn't recognize anything at all. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, so what do I think of the Hyper Blaster HD? It's not ready for prime time. It's not. It doesn't work. Except for on my front loader with the blinking light win, which hit everything even when I wasn't aiming at the TV. I really did want this to work because I love playing Duck Hunt. It's just not ready for prime time. Hyperkin, from a friend, I would take this back to the drawing board and try to make it work because it just needs to work out of the box. There are other third parties that are working on making this happen. This just doesn't happen. These are just my opinions though. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. I do want to thank Adrian at Live Action Games. He actually ordered one of these so I could purchase one from him. You can also get these through Ryan at CastlemaniaGames.com if you would like. Promo code RockSolid10. It'll save you 10% on it. But yeah, this is... Yeah, I would not use this, at least at this point in time. Let me know if you do have any other comments or questions down below in the comments section. Like I asked towards the beginning of this video, I want to know what's your favorite light gun game of all time. I'm really curious to see your answers. If you do have any other comments or questions, as always, you can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you want to help support the future of Rock Solid Productions, get early access to all of our video content and help us so we can go and buy things like the Hyper Blaster HD to test out so you don't have to. Go ahead and you can do so in two different ways. First and foremost, head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you get early access to all of our content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also head on to our Teespring store where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, where you can go ahead and pick up, and everything that we raise gets invested right back into the channel too. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and again, let me know what's your favorite light gun game of all time. You know what, even include arcades in there. What's your favorite? Operation Wolf in the Arcade was such a great game. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Just don't. This is not ready for prime time, and I know they spent a lot of time working on it, trying to get it right, and at least for what we have here, they didn't get it right. I am Gary, this has been Rock Solid Productions, and our look at the Hyper Blaster HD from Hyperkin. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon.